What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Let's go ahead and talk about Yaldabaoth and his archons. First of all, I want to go ahead and start off by saying, yes, bitch, I hate them motherfuckers. Let me tell you. So let's go ahead and call our light sparks back just from that hatred alone, because you know these creatures will take anything and attach to anything. They will attach to both negative and positive emotions and experiences. Let's go ahead and call our light sparks back. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that are caught up and lost within the sensation of my hatred for any of these archons, but especially Yaldabaoth and that brotherhood, are released, removed, freed, healed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? Now let's talk about Yaldabaoth itself, because this damn show not a he. Okay? It might be bordering she, because that's what the bitch act like, a straight up woman, a female. Bitch. Yaldabaoth with this roachy, brown and black substance that he's made of, or that it is made of. Let's talk about Yaldabaoth, the rapist. Now, this is the demon that's in and all throughout the Bible, giving Darth Vader all throughout it. Woo! Let's go ahead and call the light sparks. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments, caught up, lost, or stolen in the midst and by Yaldabaoth, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? Now let's talk about these rapes, okay? Because it has not been my counterpart doing these rapes. It has been his body doing the rapings, but it has not been him. It's been that old Yaldabaoth possessing him. He has been possessed by Yaldabaoth this whole entire time. See, Yaldabaoth is not only about me. It's not about. It's about him too. So it's given the sooner he wakes up and realizes what has been happening and how this beast has been possessing him, causing him to not only go against me, but rape and do all sorts of shit towards me. Let's go ahead and call our light sparks back from this. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments, caught up and lost within the midst of my own counterpart being possessed by Yaldabaoth, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? Now let's go ahead and talk about this rape, one of the most crucial rapes And I'm talking about down there in the sacral chakra, where myself and my counterpart were in the midst of having sex. Even though me and my counterpart were not together, and he was with that harem of women. We were mid-sex when this individual, with my counterpart, transformed. Mid-sex, his dick was already up in me, and and anyway, by this time, my shield and my fields were not working properly because of the accumulation of those black orbs that were already in my system. So I could not throw up my shield. I could not get him away. Okay. Um, and when all of a sudden these spikes, not only did he transform into Yaldabaoth mid-sex, but the spikes, those spikes came out of his penis, which then allowed for those orbs, what I've been talking about, that those orbs, or whatever you want to call it, dark matter, or fear particles, anti-light, or just reptilian DNA, entered into my body. And it was at that point where my body closed up. Let's go ahead and call our light sparks back. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, soul fragments that are lost, caught up in the midst, trapped within that rape where them spikes came up out of the dick of my counterpart who was possessed by Yaldabaoth, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child, which is me, myself, and I. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and move forward a little bit. I want to talk about these curses, because this individual, my counterpart, cursed me, but it wasn't my counterpart. The only way that this was made effective, these curses were only effective because I thought that it was my counterpart who was the one cursing me. It was his body, but he was being used in that way by Yaldabaoth. Okay? Now, let's just go ahead and do it generally. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that I lost and caught up, stolen, within the midst of any of those curses that were put onto me by Yaldabaoth, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Now, one of these curses in specific has to do with me being in a boy body, of course. So we're going to be talking about how I was told to my face that I was going to be too masculine to be a woman, and too feminine to be a man, and that I would not be loved. I wouldn't ever. This individual told me out of his mouth, which I thought it was my counterpart, which made it more concrete, which made it feel more concrete, that I would never be loved. When in our reality, we know that that is not true, because I love myself. This has been a journey, a healing journey of self-love. Okay, I love myself. So that's completely and utterly untrue. That didn't happen. But let's go ahead and call our light sparks back from the damage it caused, while it was able to cause it. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that are caught up within the midst of that specific cursing, where I was told that I would never be loved, when I was told that I was too masculine to be a woman and too feminine to be a man, and things of this nature, are released, removed, freed, healed, and brought on home to the mother, the father, and the child. Thank you. Bye-bye.